Officials are taking an optimistic tone in speaking of the economy, which they say is benefiting once again from two very familiar sources. Revenue and Taxation Director Daphne Shimizu says military construction continues to boom.
From pre-COVID times to now, we're seeing our construction, BPT from construction even double. So that's where we're seeing a lot of our monies, the general fund monies, the large monies that make up the collections that we have.
And anecdotally, she says tourism seems to be rebounding as well.
Like I've gone to different places and I see tourists, everywhere. So it sounds like from GVB's perspective as well, and they're the experts, that the numbers for tourism is going to as well go up.
The legislature is fixing to spend about $1.16 billion next fiscal year to operate the government, about $140 million more than last year. OFB Director Steve Guerrero is confident the revenue will be there to cover it.
Most of you know that my projections have always been conservative. If you look at the FY24 projection that we did, believe it or not, Senator, I'm still conservative. Some of the amounts that you're seeing in these categories are still below what we are tracking.
Acting Budget Director Art Mariano says BBMR and the Leon Guerrero Administration generally concur.
We are comfortable with the projections that OFB has provided. For the most part, there are a couple categories that seem a little higher than what we are seeing in terms of our average and the tracking to date, but overall, bottom line, we're comfortable with the numbers.
But there's still a ways to go before the legislature passes a new budget. As Senator Chris Dueña says, the devil will be in the details.
Mrs. Chairman, let's just be straight, right? If we're the only thing we do, if we don't adopt these numbers, is to go in and make amendments and drop them. But right now, we're going to take it on OFB's word. I think where we're really going to get into the nuts and bolts is when we get into the chapters and see whether or not we agree on that.
The legislature will next launch into a section-by-section, agency-by-agency review of expenditures. Nestor Lecanto, KUAM News.